Welcome back, social media. Friends, strangers, acquaintances. Anyway, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have. People with Jeeps having lots of ducks up on their dashboard. And, when I first started to notice this, uh, I knew it was going to be easy to make fun of. Because are not Jeep owners the most obnoxious sufferers from marketing fatigue that you encounter on our roads? They will wave to strangers, but only if they're driving a Jeep like them. They will go out of their way to be friendly, but only to people who drive the same brand gas can on wheels. How there hasn't been a counter movement by the rest of us? What up, Big O? How there hasn't been a counter movement by the rest of us to just flip off or to Jeep owners because they don't want to be friendly to us because we've chosen a different line of marketing to swallow, or maybe we inherited the vehicle we have used, like various economic reasons why maybe we can't afford a fancy Jeep, or but you don't want to be friendly to us. So like I said, I've wanted to make that part of the video for years. I even made a meme about Jeep owners, and I remember it was like the Jeep symbol, and I looked up when the first Jeep was, and then I remember it said, waving at strangers for all the wrong reasons since 1940 whatever, right? It's a Jeep thing. Yeah, that's what they tell you. He didn't have a phrase. That's the phrase they gave him. Like when my dad bought one a few years ago, and I was making fun of him in my head, but not out loud because I was being happy for him. I went to the driver's manual, and there was a section about the wave protocol, little history, backstory. I need to trim this thing on my face. Get out of here. And then, of course, I couldn't help it. I was making fun of him. It's like the perfect illustration of consumerism here in America, where a company has gotten a whole mass of people to be friendly to only the people who buy from said company. Like, that is not freedom, by the way. Just to let you know. Jeep owners, that's not patriotic. That's like oligarchy, except evolved into companies instead of family, so oligopoly. But let's not get too deep here yet. I would like to talk about the plastic ducks. And I've not read this article. It's the first one that I pulled up when I searched Jeep owners plastic ducks. Boom. This is Motor Trend. Okay. Something tells me March 4th, 2024, so it's current. Let's give credit to Stuart A. Borden. Borden for writing it, says writer. And let's go. The act of placing a rubber duck on someone's Jeep, called Jeep ducking, I didn't know that, and or duck duck Jeep, began with one person named Allison Parliament from a small town in the Canadian province of Ontario. It started in Canada. Now that's what Jeep is telling you. Something tells me there's a possibility that Allison has ties, corporate ties to Jeep, but let's not do any research there. Let's go and pretend this is real. Allison, from her small town in Canada, has started almost overnight a worldwide movement. Yeah, viral marketing, right. Anyway, let's see. Maybe this will be in a movie one day. She unknowingly, wink, wink, started a movement of kindness. Kindness to the children in Southeast Asia working for pennies a day, having to pump out these ducks for you people. Anyway, she unknowingly started a movement of kindness, fellowship, and recognition with that first rubber duck she placed on a Jeep. Allison's reason for perching a little yellow duck on a Jeep Wrangler, just like hers, that she saw in a parking lot, oh boy, this sentence is good, was simply to bring herself a... Is this guy AI? Stuart Borden could be like an AI program. It's possible. They're not that good at writing. Allison's reasons for perching a little yellow duck on a Jeep Wrangler just like hers that she saw in a parking lot was simply to bring herself a small sense of joy. So it was about you. Okay. It's about her. I put the duck on your Jeep for me. Anyway, simply to bring herself a small sense of joy. After a frightening verbal and physical encounter with someone earlier in the day, I wasn't expecting trauma. Did she report it to the authorities? Oh, can I joke about this now? Alright. That's strangely vague. Maybe it was road rage. Maybe it was someone that she didn't wave to because they weren't driving a Jeep. Alright, stop. 2 years later, that single gesture has morphed into the Jeep ducking craze that has swept throughout the Jeep enthusiast community in the United States as well as in nearly a dozen other countries around the world. So if we take that as true, that means that first person that she ducked said, there's a duck on my Jeep. I'm gonna put it on another Jeep. 'Cause that's what would be my first thought. Because you have to try to think like a Jeep owner. Not like a normal person. Like if you just go to your car and there's a rubber duck on it randomly one day, you would be like, some kid left their toy on my car. Oh man, I feel some kid lost his toy. That's how I would feel. Actually, do I tell this? Fine. Okay. I was playing basketball the other day, and it's next to a park where a lot of kids go and their parents bring strollers. And I found a duck, okay? And I picked it up, and the first thing I thought of was like, this kid There's no lost and found at the park. I was like, man, some kid's missing his duck rattle. That's what I would think. But if you're a Jeep owner, you think different. You think, maybe you ponder for a day or two and it finally occurs to you that I am a part of a community. Anyway, let's go to the third paragraph. What are the rules of duck, duck, Jeep? Or Jeep ducking? Who can duck a Jeep? Is it only for Jeeps? It better be. Okay. Oh, no. No. Read on to learn how to be part of the Jeep ducking phenomenon. Editor's note, thanks to the official ducking Jeep. Anyway, social media. I'm glad there's pictures because I actually thought about going out into a random parking lot and having to take my own pictures for this video, but won't have to do that now. What is Jeep ducking and why do Jeeps get ducked? Marketing? No kidding. We have warehouses of ducks that we cannot sell. The duck race is not as popular as we thought it was going to be. People have a thing about putting plastic in rivers. We need to get rid of the fucking ducks! Jim, do you have an idea on how to get rid of the ducks? Well, Bob, Jeep owners. Jim, you're getting a bonus. Anyway, according to Alice in Parliament, comma, who is credited with starting the Jeep ducking phenomenon, Jeeps get ducked for many reasons and with lots of motivations and meanings. I can see a lot of meanings. I wonder if the meanings I see will be listed here. I doubt it, but anyway. For me, okay, this is Allison. Quote, Jeeps get ducked for many reasons and with lots of motivations and meanings. For me, it was an act of kindness. No, yeah, for yourself. You said it was for you up in the beginning, Allison. Bring herself a small sense of joy. For me, it was an act of kindness, a healing of sorts, as well as recognition of and greeting to a fellow Jeep owner. But it can just be that you like their Jeep, or it's the same Jeep you have, or maybe a classic Jeep you would like to own one day. Covet thy neighbor's Jeep. You don't really need a reason for consuming Southeast Asian slave labor made plastic. It's a mouthful, but whatever. I've thought it so many times I should be able to fucking say it. For no reason other than that, we want to get back up to number one as the source of trash in the ocean because somehow cigarette butts overtook plastic as the number one source of trash in the ocean, and plastic is jealous. The people behind plastic are like, what the actual fuck? How did you fucking tobacco people beat us? Anyway. Being parched. But it can just be that you like their Jeep, or it's the same Jeep you have, or maybe a classic Jeep you would like to own one day. You don't really need a reason for Jeep ducking other than to connect, bring a smile to someone's face, not in Southeast Asia, and have fun. And who cares about the ramifications? We having fun. That's the American motto. Anyway, Is Duck Duck Jeep just for Jeep Wranglers? Jeep ducking began as a Jeep Wrangler thing. But you can duck any Jeep. Jeep ducking is all about appreciating another Jeep enthusiast's rig. The random act of kindness, not to Southeast Asian children, is something that is appropriate for any Jeep model, old or new, rusty or shiny, bone stock or built to the hilt, rock crawler. Duck Duck Jeep, I'm learning words. Duck Duck Jeep is a game for any and all models of Jeep. Jeep. Even a child's Jeep wagon can be ducked. I remember somewhere up in the beginning it said, "Is it only for Jeep owners? Is it only for Jeeps?" Apparently. Forget the rest of you. What are the rules for Jeep ducking? That picture is a lot to process. There really are not any strict rules about how to stalk someone, duck. It's like we're taking the word stalk and we're making it softer. I'm only ducking you, man. But ducking is like what you would do when someone is stalking you. You would be ducking them. That's the other meaning of duck. My brain is... Okay. But you're stalking each other. I know you're calling it ducking, but you're stalking. It's stalking. It's stalking. Do we need to search the definition of stalking? It's stalking based on the brand of vehicle that you drive, but it's still stalking. Let's continue. But the idea is to keep the act of ducking a Jeep within polite and non-invasive gestures, Allison said. Non-invasive would be not putting random piece of plastic on my vehicle. Non-invasive. Or maybe, anyway, I don't agree with that word choice there. She never places a rubber duck inside anyone's Jeep. I also never place a rubber duck on a Jeep where the driver won't find it immediately upon approaching their Jeep. She added, her best recommendations for appropriate spots on a Jeep to duck someone, stalk, are on top of the side mirrors or door handles, the front bumper. What if they come from the back, though? I don't agree with the front bumper. What? What if someone comes from behind their car and gets in? Who the fuck looks at the front? Well, if you have a Jeep, never mind. Now, if you have a Jeep, I'm picturing if I had one, I'd be walking around the thing twice, making fucking hidden fucking. All right. The front of the engine hood or on the front fenders. Okay. Allison, make me research who you are. Can you duck non-Jeep vehicles? Here we go, folks. Here we go. The whole video could be for naught, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Let's see. Since the rules of Jeep ducking are wide open, and ducking is supposed to be an act of kindness, just like waving, I thought. But they don't wave to other people, they only wave to Jeeps. Waving seems like way more of an act of kindness than consuming Southeast Asian slave labor made plastic that's just going to end up in the fucking ocean. Anyway. Let's see what they say. Since the rules of Jeep ducking are wide open and ducking is supposed to be an act of kindness. So hard to read that. Take it seriously. It seems only right that vehicles other than Jeeps should be included in your ducking activities if the mood and the vehicle suit you. We've heard of Jeep owners placing rubber ducks on vehicles that are similar in appearance to the Jeep Wrangler. Similar? Such as Ford Broncos, Suzuki Samurais, and older Land Cruisers. There are even cars that have been ducked out by their owners. Done here? Oh my God, I thought that would be the end of the article. The kind of duck. Come on, people. Are yellow rubber ducks best for ducking Jeeps? Don't tell me you have a specific brand that you're partnered with here. That's gonna be like beyond obnoxious. I don't know what word I'll find, but anyway. The prototypical small yellow rubber duck. Many have subsequently been decorated with the slotted grille motif. Is a primary choice for Jeep enthusiasts engaged in the act of Jeep ducking. These rubber ducks are widely available. Good, if you want to remain anonymous. Widely available. And relatively inexpensive. Made by cheap slave child labor in Southeast Asia. You know. It's okay. No one here is being oppressed to make these ducks. It's all good. Anyway. They're also a popular choice for their bright yellow color. I mean, I'm a sucker for yellow. It's my favorite color. Making them stand out against just about any Jeep's paint color. And they're also easy to write on if you want to be extra creepy and stalk with a message. I can see guys, if I was a teenager and desperate, be like, I get a Jeep, I find a chick with a Jeep, I get a duck, I write my number, boom! Boom! Don't need Snapchat, let's go! What's good? Anyway, not that I think like a teenager. Stop! What to write? Like, if I was going to write a parody article, it would be similar to this, I think. Whew. What the F? A bejeweled duck? That's a lot of glue. Okay. You can simply leave a rubber duck on somebody's Jeep, but most people like to personalize. Fucking creeps. The rubber duck with some kind of message first. Yes, I am so desperate for human interaction, but I don't want to do it with somebody that I don't have something in common with, but we have Jeep in common. We're best friends. Often, that message is something as simple as, I like your Jeep. The message written on this yellow rubber duck also includes DNA. The Instagram hashtag, oh, I knew it, Duck Duck Jeep, to further goodwill, not to people in Southeast Asia, throughout the Jeep enthusiast community. That can't be, oh. I did this to myself. The standard yellow rubber duck is abundantly available. It's been in warehouses for years, people! Alright. Through any number of sources, such... Oh, I knew it! Such as that jerk ball. For those who want to put... I'm putting him up. I swear to God, I'm going to put that name up with the other name that I won't say. I think today's the day. No more. I ain't saying that word no more. For For those who want, because that's free advertising, I ain't giving it to you. Pay me. I'll say the word, pay me. Jeff. I'm worth paying, by the way, Jeff. Pay me. I'll say it. I'll get a fucking tattoo. Let's talk. For those who want to put a little more pizzazz in their Jeep ducking adventures, there are also many different upscale and stylish ducks available. The beautiful rhinestone-studded duck pictured also has a custom printed tag attached to it. A fancy duck and a tag can create a bespoke duck for your Jeep ducking activities. I haven't read the word bespoke in a bit. Probably like a Mark Twain book. What the F? That was random. AI. Where'd that word come from? Anyway. Ready for ducking Jeeps with rubber ducks? Most stalkers may have a few ducks and a marker stashed in their, I believe that's called like an assault kit. Oh my god, dude. Oh, this is too funny. Like, these jokes are too easy. You know, but like, I'm a bowler. If you set something up, I want to knock it down. And I couldn't sleep anymore without making this video. Okay, seriously. Most stalkers have an assault kit stashed in their Jeep's glove box, but Alice in Parliament is ready to duck dozens trafficking of Jeeps at any given moment. This pile of rubber ducks in all shapes, sizes, designs, and colors is a typical load for Allison during her travels to promote the Jeep lifestyle. You all but said she's getting paid right there. But you didn't, technically. What is a Jeep duck pond? I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get angry. Don't do this. Some Jeep owners have been ducked so many times that they have a large okay, it's not a literal pond. I was gonna whew. Okay. Some Jeep owners have been ducked so many times that they have a large collection of rubber ducks in a range of colors, shapes, and sizes lined up along the top of their Jeep's dashboard. Yeah, that's what made me wonder what the F was going on, right? Because you see it in one person, you're like, oh, they really like ducks. By the way, I love ducks. This video is not exactly easy for me to make. The duck is my favorite effing animal. I read Ducks Unlimited when I was a kid because my dad is a duck hunter. But I've never shot a duck, but whatever. I love ducks. I order it if it's on the menu. They're all terrain. They can fly, they can swim, they go south in the winter. I mean, why would you not want to be a duck, right? This collection is known as the duck pond in their Jeep. We've seen rubber duck collections that fill the dashboard from window to window, and then some. That's a lot of dust. Be done. She is a team member. Oh my god. At least you tell us, okay? Alice in Parliament, you know, from that small town in Ontario, is one of the BF Goodrich Ambassador Program team members and travels to dozens of major Jeep events across the country to help get rid of these ducks we've had in warehouses for decades. Among Jeep enthusiasts, Allison and her ducked-out silver Jeep Wrangler JKU can be found in the BF Goodrich on-trail display area at popular Jeep events such as Easter Jeep Safari in Moab, Utah. Special BF Goodrich Jeep ducks can also be found in the on-trail display. Are we done? We're done. Oh, that article was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I did learn some things. We read the word bespoke in an article from 2024. That's interesting. Shout out to Allison.